on from here. So thank you everybody for watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2017, and we'll be right back with some Doom after setup.
We have a $50 donation from Nix Daboy. Watching you guys from Germany with my roommate. We are having a great time. We love the work that you do, and I love this time that I'm having with her, explaining Twitch chat memes and laughing a lot. Thanks to everyone who is part of this broadcast. We have $15 from Mokojin. Hey, AGDQ. Fortunate to be attending AGDQ this year in remission with my best friend of 10 years. Hi, Travis. This goes to killing the animals. Sorry, Travis. And with that, I want to let you all know that we've met the donation incentive for the Super Mario Bros. Bonus Warps race. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to the interview.
Hey, you guys. Thank you so much, CubeFace, for that awesome PC block, which finished up with Half-Life Blue Shift. Coming up in a couple runs right after Doom, we're going to have the Super Mario Bros. Warpless race with these three runners here. Some of the very, 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 very best. They've been running the game for so long, every last one of them, and I can't wait to see it. So let's start with some questions for you guys. So, Darbian, you actually have the record in all three of the categories that will be raced tonight. Do you feel like that puts any pressure on you?
No.
Fair enough. A man of few words, but so well spoken.
The difference in the time between my time and theirs, like the strategies involved in that are not marathon safe at all, so don't expect any craziness.
Gotcha. And then, Andrew, you've been playing, I believe, the series, at least speedrunning the series, longer than your competitors. Do you feel like that puts any pressure on you? Or does it put you at an advantage, let's say?
I think I have some experience with events, I guess, and I know more consistent strategies, potentially.
Especially while juggling.
Yes, Andrew G., talented juggler, if you did not know. So Cosmic, you on the other hand are almost putting yourself at a disadvantage by going in as small Mario for the warpless race. Typically, it's usually a larger Mario, Fire Flower Mario that has the advantage. Cosmic, I believe you're going in as small Mario. Is that correct? Confirm, deny? Do you feel like that puts you at an advantage in any way?
I do. I think my opponents will feel the disrespect flowing from me.
Yeah. Love it. So yeah, how else are you got, Darbian, how are you feeling just kind of going to this race, knowing that it's coming up so soon?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm glad that we're starting with a longer category to let the nerves ease in, and then I can kind of kick some butt in the other two races.
Yeah.
So.
Andrew, are there any tricks that you're going to include that you feel like the typically sane individual might otherwise omit?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Fair enough. Cosmic, right after the warpless race, we're going to see a warps race. Have we met that incentive? Actually, I'm not quite sure we have. Okay, awesome. So we are going to see a warps race right after the warpless race. What do you think it is about the warps category that kind of would make us want to see it right after a warpless category? Like, what is it that we'd be pining for?
So the warpless category is 4 times longer than warps, and the warps Super Mario Bros. Speedrun is one of the most optimized speedruns of all time, and so there's just so many frame-precise things that maybe over the course of the warpless you might do more safer strategies, but I'm sure since the warps is so short, we'll be going all out, and especially we might just be head-to-head the entire race up until the very last room.
Yeah, because the thing about the warps category, if you didn't know, I mean, it's really just like every single frame shaved off the record at this point is a huge deal. It was a huge deal when Darbian brought the 4 minutes 57 second time down to a 4 minute 56 second time.
Shout outs to Sock Folder.
Shout outs to Sock Folder. Andrew, I know that you for a while were just had this expectation that, oh, I think 456 is possible. It's there. Someone's gonna get it. So when's 455?
455. Darbian says it's whenever I want to do it, but I don't know. 455 is potentially going to happen.
Yeah.
I think there's a really good chance that it's going to happen.
Cool. So before we get to the Doom run, I want to ask these guys some questions from you, the audience. So for starters, let's see what we got up here first. The Poke Tesla asks, how did everyone get started running Super Mario Bros? Let's just go down the line.
Okay, so I started just by seeing a race on Speedruns Live. I just saw a race of the warps category of the game and decided I'd join it since I owned the game. And my very first run of it was 1 hour and 8 minutes. So I've definitely improved a little bit over the years, and that should give anyone who thinks they can't get into speedrunning a little bit of hope, because I've taken 1 hour off of my first run.
So I started in 2013, April, with a little event on Speedruns Live known as Seasons. I worked very hard for 2 months to get myself into the top 3 on the leaderboard just to earn that coveted prize. that I'm still waiting on from you, Blackie. So when can us season winners expect our season 1 prize?
Actually, I'm the interviewer, not the interviewee. Andrew, how about you? How did you guys get into speedrunning?
I started in 1999. No. Well, I kind of did. I started speedrunning Pokemon Yellow then. At least I tried it. But really when I got into it was 2004. I saw a Super Mario Brothers speedrun on TV, and I thought, they said, oh, this is the world record, and the time was 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And I thought to myself, I'm pretty good at Mario. Maybe I could beat it. Let me see. And then after a few months, I was able to tie the record at 5:17. And then from there, it became a huge competition between me and Scott Kessler.
Got it. So this next question is a very interesting one to me, because speedrunning is can be so emotional from all the kind of friendship and competition that goes on. So I want to ask you guys once again, each one of you this question: what do tonight's races mean to each of you?
Starting with me.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew G is, a legend at Mario since he's been speedrunning so long. He was so dominant in the past, and Darby is kind of the legend right now in the present. He did the clean sweep. Like you said, he has all 3 of the records right now. And so these races for me are maybe an opportunity to show that maybe I can hang with these guys, but hopefully I don't get remembered as the one who did horribly against them.
So Cosmic and Andrew G were the guys that I watched when I was getting into speedrunning. They were going on their quest for 457 back in 2013, and I would watch Andrew G stream, and to me, he was the guy who would always play up to 4-2 and then just reset, and I didn't exactly understand why. But then once I did understand why, I got the record. So it's a special time to be able to play with these guys. Like, this may be the first and only time that all 3 of us are together and able to do something like this. So I think I'll remember this for many years to come.
I guess for me, it's seeing whether my old age is gonna hinder me from getting the record back someday.
Fair enough. All right, let's take one more. Let's see what we got here. Andrew and Darby, you've both been to a GDQ before. Cosmic, you've been to an SGDQ before. This is your first AGDQ. So let's take the latter half of this question. Could you please describe your first GDQ experience and kind of, I guess, put yourself in the mindset you were in back then, and would you have imagined you would have been at a GDQ? Like, was that surprising to you to go from just a stream watcher to somebody who's actually competing in these events? Once more, let's go right down the line.
Okay. In terms of my first SGDQ run, by the time I ever actually submitted to attend one, I could see myself as playing well enough to be, someone up on this stage. But once I actually got there, it was pretty surreal. It's a lot different being in the stream room than just watching the stream, and it was an awesome experience.
I guess I figured someday I would probably get to one, and that happened in 2015 at AGDQ. Although I kind of regret choosing a game with 2 frame-perfect tricks in the first 20 seconds for my first run, but yeah, I mean, once you get past the nerves, it was pretty amazing, and it was awesome to meet everybody. So it's just a whole week of fun.
You said that you knew that someday you'd go to a GDQ. When was the moment where that you felt yourself change from a stream watcher to another speedrunner who could compete with the best?
I guess it was when I earned that prize on Speedruns Live, but never received it, and I wanted to prove that I was actually worthy of it.
Gotcha. Andrew, over to you.
For me, this is kind of a tricky question just because I was at the first AGDQ, CGDQ.
First run of the first GDQ.
Actually.
That was in 2010, right?
First run of Classic Games Done Quick.
2010.
And I was happy to be able to participate in that. It was a fun thing between 30 of us roughly, and I'm glad what it turned into, and I'm glad I get to still participate, and it's cool that I still can participate, and in such a great event.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Once again, you're going to see these guys, Cosmic, Darbian, and Andrew G, just right after this upcoming Doom run. So stay tuned for that. Doom is going to be awesome. We're going to have another interview after that. And then onto a whole Mario block. So it's going to be really, really fun. Thank you guys, and stay tuned.
And with that, we're going to run a quick video from our Yeti sponsor.
Game's done quick. Game's done quick. Game's done quick. Oh, oh. Game's done quick. Raising money. Game's done quick. For charity. Game's done quick. Making people happy. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, there's nothing funner than watching a speedrunner accomplish a task incredibly fast. Oh, oh.
Pinball Joe has provided pinball machines for AGDQ attendees to play for free, which you can see featured on the Pinball Done Quick side stream at twitch.tv/pinballjoe. Check out the Pinball Done Quick side stream at twitch.tv pinballjoe. All of his sub-dollars will be donated to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Pinball Done Quick is now streaming at Pinball Joe. You can help by subscribing to his channel, as all sub-dollars benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundation. There's another way to donate. For every $25 on Pinball Joe's Twitch channel, you can get a chance to win a new in-box pinball machine. As a reminder, I just want to quickly remind you that we have some private prizes currently available. We have the Spare Ribs AGDQ banner, which takes $50 to win that prize in the raffle. We have a GT Omega Pro gaming chair, $25. PlayStation 4 1TB system for $30. And the PS4 Pro VR bundle with 10 games, $75. We have a $30 donation from Xeno Paradox. Glad to contribute to such a great cause. Let's hope cancer is slain as fast as Mecha Richter's SOTN run. We have $75 from Atomic Tiki. This goes out to Shax. Keep rocking the Nintendo world. We have $25 from Lorgan. Hi AGDQ, greetings from Russia. Watching VODs of the event for 4 years, but first time joining the stream. Happy to see the most awesome shooter of the year at this event. Fight cancer and kill the animals. We have an anonymous $15 donation. Hey GDQ, I have tried to donate to every GDQ I've watched, and this, of course, couldn't be an exception. Have to give a shout out to my awesome boyfriend Ed, and don't forget, rip and tear until it is done. $75 from Velian Gamer. I've lost family to cancer, and my nan has beaten it twice, only to be fighting another life-threatening disease. But it's thanks to research and support given by charities like Prevent Cancer Foundation to have helped her fight through this far. Always enjoy AGDQ, and this year is no exception. Looking forward to Doom for the most epic music and going fast. we have a $30 donation from Pogo Fish. Uh-oh, jam alert! Doom was my favorite game of 2016. Combining it with speedrunning just makes it that much better. And with that, we're gonna turn it over to Blood Thunder with Doom 2016. Good luck, Blood Thunder.
Sub 45 maybe. We'll see. All right, yeah, this is Doom. Came out in 2016, and it's extremely broken. So why wait? We're just going to get into it. Everyone keeps asking me if I'm going to keep doing a prank for cutscenes, and I just had some fun with them. Nothing too major. Made some slight changes to the beginning. Make it a little bit better. So let's see if anyone knows where this is from.
Without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
Anybody? All right, I guess no one got it. That's from the Doom movie. Best movie ever made. So we start off in this catacomb sort of thing. We accidentally clipped in it, we got stuck. Now we're resetting. All right, time's gonna come up right now. And we've already done one little skip. Normally you look at the pistol after killing everyone, but if you just keep shooting, you can interact with this. Now we have to wait around for a little bit, so if people on the couch want to introduce themselves.
I'm the Fun Cannon.
I'm Jamaica Bacon.
We actually have a lot of people in the speedrunning community for Doom. A lot of them couldn't be here, but luckily I have TFC and Jamaican to help with some commentary later on. But yeah, if you want to pick up this game, there's a huge Discord and everyone's super helpful, constantly finding stuff, ways to improve things. It's just really great community to be in. So now we're getting some of the story, which if you've played Doom, you know no one cares about. And speedrunners, we really don't care about it. So after this, we're going to start going really fast.
This is probably the slowest part of the run.
You're going to notice I also have the FPS counter up in the top right. It's 60 locked for cutscenes. And the game arbitrarily caps at 200 anyways, but we need that 200 for some very specific tricks. Yeah, we'll just get to those soon enough. So this is Samuel Hayden. We meet him like here and at the end of the game. That's about it. All right, so we're done with that trash. Just gonna hop our way through here. And now it's time for the first boss. We'll see. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's so scary.
All right, you got him.
All right, this is area lockdown, but we don't really care about that. We're just gonna lead these guys over here. When they're flashing blue and or yellow, it means they're in glory kill mode, and it's really fun. All right, now we gotta kill a couple of these off. If you do it quickly enough, you don't have to deal with this, but there's this very precise moment in the animation we're looking for. All right, this pistol's also really inaccurate. All right, so we got one more try. That
There
should
it
get
is.
us through.
First try.
We're not done yet.
There you go.
Now we just go through the wall.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must.
This is when the really awesome music cuts in.
Interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk.
Also slightly change this one. Alright, now we're on the surface of Mars, which has a super low gravity, as you'll see here in just a second. First, we need to make our way up to this fight. Kill that guy. Alright, so we just stand here. That's not going to work. This is why we need the 200 FPS. Oh, that's
There it
much
is.
better. So if you get really lucky, you end up all the way over there, but yeah, marathon luck. Now we're just going to make our way through the map. It's pretty amazing. Normally you go over that way and do a whole bunch of other fights and secrets and collectibles.
Yeah. That's no fun.
Yeah.
It's super slow.
Just going to make our way up
That's
here.
not what we're about.
Doom Guy also doesn't like to grab a whole lot of ledges sometimes, so you may see him just not do anything. But yeah, here's the end of the map. This screen says resource operations, but it means reset operations because this is where every run dies. For speedrunning, it is the part that everyone hates doing the most. This and Foundry Skip, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's also kind of a spooky room. Let's see if this happens.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient
You can
intelligence
kind of just make
assigned
stuff
to Mars.
disappear.
After running
You can also just
diagnostics
make
on
the whole
radar
room
suit,
disappear too.
It appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when
Oh, it's back.
completed,
Don't worry.
will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace.
So now Vega's
I have
telling
added
us
a
about
tracking
something,
component to your
or
dossier.
I don't know. I always pay attention in speedruns. Alright, so we just need to take out a couple enemies. And we're going to go through this door, but it's kind of not actually a door. We'll see how this goes. Oh,
There it is.
well.
Nice.
That is by far the hardest clip in the game.
We're still not done yet with this level, so kill off a couple enemies because there's actually like a spawn cap. So if you want ones to spawn later on, you have to kill these guys off for some reason. All right. Leaving some behind because we don't need to kill off too many. There's a possessed that spawns right at the back. That's why I'm trying to spawn in. So I'm going to take him this way. So if you go in this door, you talk to Samuel Hayden, and you get a Dragon Ball. Like I said, I don't pay attention to the story. So this is the final door right here. It's locked, but you can sort of see where we're going with this. All right, right through it. Foundries, it was one of the last maps to actually be broken to find the skip for, and it's just the worst skip ever. I kind of wish we didn't find it, but we got to go fast. All right, so we're stuck here with some more story stuff.
After running more diagnostics
Just kind of
on
peek through here.
radar suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your
Not a whole lot to do here if you want to read a donation real quick.
effectiveness. I have added a tracker to
All
your
right.
helmet's display.
We have a $500 donation from Hershey, Rip and Tear.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down.
So this is about the only upgrade we're actually going to get in the run. It's for micro missiles, the assault rifle. If I can actually buy it. There we go. Woo! And that allows us to kind of boost up the places a little early on. We'll get a weapon later that's just even more broken, but for now we can use it to climb up here. Oh. It does do damage to you, so I need to kill someone, get some health. There we go. Doom Guy doesn't want to grab the ledge. There is another jump, but it's even worse than this. I hate doing it, so. There we go. So I think Jamaican was going to remind me of something here.
Oh, get the rocket launcher.
Thank you. Because I actually forgot to get it the other day. And you can grab it in another spot, but it's faster just to do it here. I reload checkpoint because end game time, it saves a couple seconds and despawns the fight. But if I go and grab something else after getting that checkpoint, like that or any other upgrade, it's still going to say I have it, but I go back to where I was. So we're going to go back up top. And we got the rocket launcher. There's a whole bunch of fights you have to do in Foundry. We're going to try to skip all of them. The last one is not so easy. But hey, it's our buddies Possessed. So depending on how many limbs they have left, whether they have 2 arms, 1 arm, or none, they kind of do different animations, and it can get really annoying. I don't know where he's going. There we go.
0 arms, they definitely flail
Yeah.
a whole lot.
So this is the easy part, and I'm probably not going to talk a lot for this.
So this is the start of Foundry skip, and Blood's going to kind of navigate himself outside of the map to attempt to skip this long fight.
You'll also see the map pop in and out a lot. It's really obnoxious.
The skip saves approximately 1 minute if you're doing normal speedrun strats for the fight.
So that's the hardest part right there, but it's still a long skip. So if I go too far left, I clip back in bounds. If I go too far right, I fall off the ledge and land back in bounds. So just kind of edging myself along the line here. And this is about the halfway point of the skip, in case you're wondering.
As you can tell, this trick takes a lot of concentration, and it's still far from over. So he's just going to do another micro missile boost to gain some height.
All right, so there's one last tricky jump that if I mess this up, we go way back to that glory kill. But we got it. I'm really glad I didn't fall in. A little wall you have to get around here. All right, just walk to this edge. That is by far the hardest thing in this game to do.
Great job.
All right, everything else can go wrong, I'm happy. The beginning of the end used to have, like, basically the hardest trick at the time. I was using micro missiles to get out of bounds. But if you remember back on UAC, which is the first map, it was like 2 minutes long. You kind of do the same thing here, which is really cool.
Unfortunately, the All Secrets category still has that jump.
Yeah, you don't have to do as much with it, but just using micro missiles to skip some climbing here. So it comes this little rail.
Almost.
No. All right, yeah. Unfortunately, I got thrown back into a map that I can't get out of, so we want something a little better than that. We gotta do some climbing. So the really annoying thing with rail boosting is either you get too small of a boost and it doesn't do you any good, or you get too big of a boost and it actually kills you, which can happen.
There we go.
Okay. Need to land on some stuff here. So there's the end of the map. Hello. If you thought that boost was crazy, just wait.
This one gets even better.
Yeah, I think this is the coolest one in the game.
Easily.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion.
So this is Argent Tower. It's really tall, but we got a quick way up there. First, we need to get a couple things here. All right, that skips the fight. We can just get past everything. So we're gonna pick up an upgrade for ammo. We're gonna actually get max ammo in this run, with upgrades along the way, which just helps out with some boost later on. Okay, now we need to fall down and get double jump boots.
Completed 2127, based off a prototype developed by Samuel Hayden's research team. The Argent Tower, also known as the Argent Inductor.
And no one saw that. Luckily, the checkpoint's like 2 feet away, so we're good. This is a nice rail right here. Let's see. Timing's a bit tricky. No, that's not good enough. When it's good enough, you'll know. A lot of people use a different setup than this, but this one's pretty consistent. It's way too small. It's also the boost that's been giving me the most trouble lately. So I've been trying to use this setup more. But
There we go.
that might be too much. Hold on. No. Let's let it go.
Might be a...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That was too good of a boost. Basically, if you go past the little spikes on top, you're going to die. So. Oh. No, it's not going to be enough.
This is some of the struggle for new runners, is making sure they get a high enough frame rate to do tricks like this.
There's also different kinds of boosts you can do. One where you just walk off and walk back on, which gives you a more vertical boost. And there's one that you can do that gives a more horizontal one. I think there's barely any of those left in the run. Maybe Vega. Thank you. Oh. Luckily, the loads are fast. we can try the other setup and see if that'll work. Alright, whoa, whoa. It's like an extra like 30 seconds of walking.
Normally he would land up directly on the very top room. In this case, he's just a few stairs down.
I don't know if the platform's going to be there. Yeah, normally you either flip back into here or on the other side.
Opening the gates of
The
hell
last
with
area.
the key to the future.
This is not the end!
Hey, it's that person I don't know. So she's trying to open a portal to hell, which is an even more broken area. So we have to kill off some enemies here to start a countdown, and then we have to go pick up some more supplies.
Once this countdown starts, the level's on a timer, and nothing you do will speed it up.
So that beam's supposed to kill you, but if you have invulnerability, which it gives you in the area, you just don't take any damage from it. Mega health, why not? Health isn't really an issue in this run at all, but it's just nice to grab stuff like that while you can. So the most important thing we have to grab is down here. This is the Gauss cannon. It is the best weapon in the game.
Category 4, dimensional event in 10.
So if I can get over to the door real quick.
8, 7,
I always love doing this.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Now we're back here.
1.
So that was Mars. Now we're into Hell. We kind of go back and forth between them, but we'll be here for a solid 2 minutes. I'm going to use micro missiles here to kind of speed up some walking. Later on, we'll use the Gauss cannon to do that, but I need to save that ammo for now. So I'm just using micro missiles. Okay. Grab a checkpoint just in case, and now you'll see why this is the best in the game. Nope. So I'm kind of using both here. You're looking for a certain explosion. There we go. Oh.
Oh.
No.
That area of the out of bounds has a lot of really tricky invisible walls to get around.
Yeah, and if you land on rocks, they are very slippery and very hard to stand on. Oh. That was weird. There we go. So we're just on top of some invisible walls. Don't really need to worry about it. So just boost over here, flip into this rock, and hey, found our way back to Mars. So Argent facility, the one that, I can't even explain it because it was so short. Basically, we're going back to an older map in a different spot, and it's supposed to be destroyed now because of all the demonic invasions. you can kind of delay that animation. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything
The
for you.
Argent Tower is destroyed.
It still has to play out.
The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows
There's
from
a little bit
location in
faster
the
way to do
world
this
we
area,
call
but I'm going to get a
the
checkpoint
well.
up here, just in case.
But
This strat's a little bit tricky.
only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions.
So this jump right here doesn't look like much, but it skips about 80% of the level, and it was found like 10 hours after the game came out.
Access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.
So we're going to boost off of this rail. Unfortunately, we have way too much FPS for this. Yeah, so we're just going to launch here. That's way too far. This is why a lot of people don't go for this rail boost initially, because you'll just fly off and die. Yeah, that happens in casual playthroughs all the time. You'll just jump on a rail and get flung off. It's really obnoxious. And it's not every rail. We can't just do it like up here, or the ones we jumped off of. If you're wondering what I'm doing with the pistol, I'm just trying to line up, zooming in. Helps with that. That's okay. No. So there's an invisible wall there I'm trying to get over, which gets you to the end of the map. There we go. So we just gotta kill off some enemies to unlock the train. This is why we picked up the rocket launcher before. You don't really need it. It's kind of a waste of time, but it's nice to have for fights. Because you don't really have to worry about hitting anything. You just aim in that direction and kill stuff.
Please be seated. The tram is now ready to depart.
So now we're on the train to see Samuel Hayden. Unfortunately, the train never actually gets there. There's a skip at the very end of this map. I'll try to go for a couple times, but it's also another silly one to go for. Yeah, unfortunately, we kind of have to wait on this train, so if you have some donations.
UAC, Advanced Research Complex.
We have a $500 donation from Cherno TV.
Go, Cherno.
My office is on the second floor of this facility.
Shoutouts to Blood Thunder and the rest of the awesome Doom runners on the couch in the community. Let's pray for no game crashes. Blood Cabbage.
No crashes yet.
Now that we've said that.
Yeah, some runners have just like an absolute tough time with crashes in this game, but others don't have any at all. It's really strange. So I actually do want to use the possessed here to clip out, but if you don't kill off enough, the game soft locks an area later on. So I'm taking these out and then I'll open up the door to the next area to get a couple more in here. Another ammo upgrade. Normally we've been clipping through doors. This time we're just going to clip through a wall, so why not? Now we're out here. So this is Samuel Hayden's office, but he's not in there, so we can't really talk to him at all. We're going to steal a couple of his supplies, like his chainsaw. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Alright, so there's an invisible wall there you have to jump over. Now we're on our way to get something special. Hello. You can technically skip the BFG, but
There's really no reason to.
yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can do with it. So I'm going to wait here and reload a checkpoint, which is slower real time, but it prevents a possible soft lock, and it's faster in game time too. Should do that. I'm going to try to go for this once or twice, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm waiting for certain enemies to spawn in here. Right there. So I actually have too many of these. Get in the way. Get a few of them, but back that way. Take this one. Alright, that's what we did. So that's the easy part. We'll see how this goes. Oh. So if you kind of hug this, you slow yourself down. There we are. Shout outs to Arctic for finding that. Alright, so Lazarus Labs is split into two parts. They're both kind of annoying to do. First one's quick and easy, but you gotta do another glory kill. The second one, you just have to wait around for a bit. So if you have some more donations, you can read them.
You'll find the Helix Stone in Olivia's private archival lab deep within this facility. Few have ever seen the stone. But if you came to us for a reason, you might be able to see something in it we
Yeah, so
haven't.
Samuel Hayden's still kind of talking about stuff that we completely skipped over. Not many people do this in grabbing the siphon grenade there, but I find it's a little bit helpful and it doesn't waste any time to pick up. So we're going to clear out this hallway, take out some enemies. Okay. So we're going to clip through this corner right here. Hopefully. Really make sure I don't fall down there or fall off the map. So you need to stay up top to get to the end. Just gonna boost around a couple things. So this glory kill only saves, I don't know, like 15 seconds or so. But they actually patched one of the older tricks in this area, so you pretty much have to do this way now. This is the silliest skip in the game by far. So you're supposed to do this fight, or you can just walk up and hit this button. Normally the little patch on it opens up after you beat the fight, but the area where you can hit the buttons is past that. So nice little time save there. So because that takes a long time to open, we can go ahead and activate this panel, come back and get this minor time saves.
He led them to his tomb.
Alright, we got another Dragon Ball.
We can overcome this. I promise. The gate will be opened as planned.
Alright, so we gotta go activate this panel. Unlock this. That's not good.
What did you click?
I don't know, dude. Oh. Well, that's kind of a problem. No, we're good. We're good. So having some more cutscene fun. Alright, grab another little secret. Oh, he's so cute. Now we just kind of wait here for a little bit. Hopefully when everything spawns in, they spawn in together and not spaced apart. Then you have to track them down, and it's really obnoxious. But we'll see. Kind of just depends.
You're going to have to remove
If you have donations, you can read them now
Once
too.
you've extracted the accumulator, it will become
right.
unstable. The ruptured casing should
We
cause
have a
rift
$200
strong
donation
enough to
from
send you back to
Asmund
their
Gunderson.
world. We can determine
Rip and
your
tear
point
until
entry
cancer is
using the
done.
tether system I uploaded to your suit.
We have a
Retrieving
$75
the crucible
donation
is
from
critical.
Outpost
Without
31.
it, we have no way
Doom
of shutting
Marine
down
1
the well
BFG.
and closing the
Glad to
heliport
see
here on
AGDQ is
Mars.
going strong. Keep it up, guys.
Alright, so these are kind of spread out. This is the main reason, this single fight for picking up the rocket launcher. One of the very few fights left in the game. Since we don't fight a lot, there wasn't really a chance to bring it up, but if you shoot like the Gauss cannon or rocket launcher, it's better just to go ahead and switch to a different weapon, immediately afterwards, so you skip the cooldown on it. Alright, so we just gotta clean up a few more. Where is he? Alright, that wasn't too bad. Now we can go back to being fast. Small skip here if you just jump up on the elevator. You don't have to ride it back up. This guy's about to have a really bad day. Just kind of running through the map here because there's not a whole lot you can do. So that'll change in just a second.
Direct the course of mankind. On this day, we make our contribution to their cause. Our salvation lies with them.
I pulled you from that tomb in the Cadinger Sanctum for this reason. I knew she was weak. Our work doesn't come without risks, and I released you from your prison to help mitigate those risks. I knew that in the event of a catastrophe, you will need to
There we go.
recover the Argent
It's pretty good.
accumulator powering the cyber
That skips the entire rest of Lazarus Labs. Now it's time to show off the BFG. Everyone thinks it's a great gun, but they don't realize how great of a gun it actually is.
I mean, boss fights are supposed to be hard, right?
It's supposed to be. I mean, you remember that one from early on? That was really tough.
This one should be way worse. I mean, look at him.
Oh.
Okay, just kidding.
And if you like that, don't worry, we're about to do it again. Things are always better when you do it a second time.
So he shoots him the first time just to stun him so it does more damage.
So what's going on there is you open up the weapon wheel, which is supposed to slow down everything, but the BFG's damage isn't. So if you just open it up, it is constantly dealing damage to something that's not moving. It's just so broken. It also makes not picking up upgrades, like, you don't have to worry about it. 'Cause normally we had to get siege mode and fully upgrade it with 9 points. It was just awful. This isn't really a trick, but there's kind of a cool shot you can go for here. See if I can get it. I think I hit him. Yeah, I did. All right. You kind of have to clear everything out here, but there's a lot easier way than just attacking everything. He might block that. No, we're good.
Firing that BFG shot out the door actually kills some more enemies that you walk right past.
There we go. Now we're out. Hey, there's a map. What do you know? It's pretty much all Doom is now, is find the quickest way out of bounds and then just go to the end. So this is the Crucible. There's a couple different ways you can do this part. They're a little risky, so I'm going to go with an older strat. It's about 8 seconds slower, but it's safe. And if you mess this up, you lose some BFG ammo that you need for the boss fights. I don't know why you would need them, but... Alright, so that's the last ammo upgrade we're going to get. Now we're at max. So if you don't land on that rock before you drop down here, you'll just die. Because the game's always calculating when you're in air if you should actually die. If it determines that you should, it just kills you. Which is why if you do this boost and you go up too far in the air, it kills you. So we have to hit a trigger there because we actually skipped that last fight. I always forget we're skipping a fight because it just seems so easy. But yeah, take out those guys. So we're getting flashbacks to things that we don't know anything about. It's always fun. I'm also loading checkpoint every time we go into a boss fight because it just skips a really long animation. Oh, there we go again. This next fight's a little tricky because there's 2 bosses, and you only have 1 BFG left. There's also a quick kill animation you can get. We'll see if it happens. So if I'm really lucky, I can get that exact same animation on the other one. Which I think he's just right behind me now. All right, he's gonna be too far away. He's healed up. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to take off his plate and rip out the slug thing inside of him. I don't really know. All right, well that was that boss. If you've played through this game, you probably know what this item is. Unfortunately, we never actually get to use it. Hopefully in Doom 2, whenever it comes out. Some more plot stuff, so I don't. I'm going to try to skip the opening animation by using the weapon wheel. The timing's a little tricky, but it saves 2 seconds if I can get it. Might be 3. So yeah, you just hold down weapon wheel as you're going through that, and it delays the animation. If you can hit it while you... too slow.
Oh.
Yeah, the idea is to activate the animation as you open this, and it just cancels it out.
Vega will walk you through the process.
So there, the game actually just canceled out its own dialogue because you haven't even met Vega yet.
So I will walk you through the process. All interior and exterior.
So picking up that collectible actually like negates all falling, so you don't get the animation when you land. I grabbed the ledge anyway, so it didn't play. But this fight used to be really nice. There were set spawns, and at some point they updated the game to have randomized spawns. I'm not really sure why, but it's kind of obnoxious at certain points. So I'm killing off a few enemies because there's a spawn cap in the game, and I want specific ones to spawn in. Okay. So the music cuts out if everyone's dead, so you know if you head up here or not. Otherwise, you probably have to hunt them down. Depending on who's alive, that can take quite a long time. The reason I grab Berserk there is not to kill anything, it's just because it gives you a small speed increase. Just go fast. So I'm not too worried about those enemies, I just want to get past them. But I do need to get some ammo, so we're going to use this guy as a pinata.
Since the enemy was in the middle of an animation, it didn't play the chainsaw animation either. Small time save.
So it used to like boost all the way across here, but it's kind of slow. I need to save my ammo.
The train below will take you to the entrance.
Oh. There we go. Much better. So yeah, it just speeds up the old way we had of doing that, where you just boost across the rail the entire way. And you don't need the platform to go up here, you can just climb these. It's really nice. Unfortunately, these lights you get stuck on a lot, so you just kind of have to jump around them constantly. Okay. There's a faster boost you can do that gets you like all the way up here, but it's really tough and not marathon friendly. Alright, so we just gotta back up Vega and then blow this place up. Alright, onto the well, which is the last map in the game. It's also got a really annoying skip. Let's see how it goes though. These rocks are really not kind to stand on either. Like that. That's the toughest part right there. And one last jump. All right, we're good. All right, time to do another skip, because why not? So there's usually like these 3 big fights you have to go through, which are like 10 minutes apiece. But kind of drop down here. Now we're at the final boss. Any guesses of what we're going to do here? So I kind of wait there because the spider mastermind likes to hop around a lot. That's not good. There we go. All right. So if that ever happens and you mess it up, you can just reload checkpoint. It's a lot easier than actually doing the fight. Yeah, the spider mastermind likes to jump like around the room. So if you're not careful, you'll just miss your shot. Oh, that's much better. I keep hearing messages that there's a skip with the plasma rifle here. I've never seen it happen. I've done this numerous times. I still don't believe it. Yeah. So the idea is that you keep stunning the spider mastermind and she won't go through this phase, but it's either extremely rare or it just doesn't exist. Unfortunately, you can't just drain all of the health because it has to go into this animation here, crawl to the center. All right, why not? So I could just use a BFG to finish this off, but that's no fun. So there's a lot of health. But we're actually speeding up the animation by punching and shooting at the same time. All right, almost there. Time's coming up. All right, you can just clip inside here. And time. game's still trying to give us like upgrade points that we can never use. I don't really know why. Now we're gonna meet Samuel Hayden for the first time, because we skipped him earlier.
You've won. It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal. But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched your work. Come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all. Leave nothing behind.
And we kind of just left them there, honestly.
But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this,
So it's just the item we got from the second boss. Like I said, unfortunately, we never actually get to use it.
I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.
All right, that's been Doom. Thanks to Jamaican, TFC, and everyone in Discord for making this run as good as it is. Thanks.